Okay, so we're back at it again. We're gonna do the power ranking. Would it be the name for it? Yeah, I think that's a good one. For Claque Draft League B.O.U Season 8, I'm very glad I get to do those because we have a lot of very good teams, I believe, this season again. There's a lot of room for improvement too, so I will not only be giving out like what I think of the teams, but I will also be giving tips to make them better. My goal is not to say like this team fucking sucks or this team is garbage or anything like that. It's more so to give a realistic placement of who should finish where, and I hope this will be fine with everyone. First, the S tier. So we'll have the top teams here. Here on the I tier, yeah. Top tier will be like drafts where I have almost nothing to say about. I have almost nothing to say about those drafts. They are very good. Yeah, A tier will be mostly fine. It's just that I don't think this team is like top winner dog. B tier will be, I don't like mid. I usually use mid tier, but we're not gonna say mid, so we're gonna say decent. We're gonna say decent because I think mid is a bit like too mean. Decent is like the type of teams that are good and they can qualify for playoff, but they are by no means favorites for the tournament. They're not like the top 6 dogs or so around. I think the first 2 tiers will be comprised of maybe 6 to 8 team or 6 to 7 team, depending on my feelings about it. And yeah, I don't like mid tier because mid tier makes you believe that those teams are not that good, where I think they are. I will be putting 7 teams in top and I, because I think you should have only 1 spot left for a mid team, usually. But feel free to prove me wrong. If you're indecent and you want to prove me that your team is incredible, don't hesitate one instant to call me out on this. It's okay, it's okay. I don't have like, I'm not God. I don't have the perfect answer to everything. Those are just my feeling and the tournament sitting. So this is by no means definitive, and I may do a second analysis on every team with the week 4 trades, but that's not a promise, okay? That's not a promise. I will do my best. So let's go. C is the lower end. I would say it's lacking in some way, and D is bottom. D is like, I don't want to give any credit to this team. I believe like a team in D does not deserve anything else that like just complete bottom tier. I don't think I have a lot of teams to put in here. I may have only one. Do I begin with top tier or bottom tier? That's a good question though. Okay, let's begin with bottom tier. So first and foremost, I won't begin with bottom tier. I will just begin like in draft order. So I guess, or we can do reverse draft order actually, because like that's, I don't want to start with my team. So we'll probably start with the last one, Sleeping Snorlaxes. Okay. Sleeping Snorlaxes is an interesting case because that will define what I think about every single tier. Snorlaxes are lacking in some very, very key way, but they are not dog. They don't have like the worst team ever. And so I want you to pay a close look at their team. So you have a lot of buffs. That's what's carrying them into what I think will be lacking, but not in bottom. That makes sense. So you have only one D tier and it's a very good one. You have no retreat with the, I think it got Defiant, or did we not give it to them? I think it has base Defiance, or is it an ALF? You have no retreat plus Back Punch, no retreat Guts, no retreat Iron Fist, you have Rage Fist, Iron Fist, so that's very awesome, Drain Punch, etc. With Punching Glove, no retreat. Very, very good D tier, okay? Very, very good D tier. You did not Terra it, unfortunately. I think that's a waste. I think you should have gone, if I'm not mistaken, Primeape is the right amount of points for you to pick, yeah, Primeape plus Urshifu. I think you should have done that. Instead, you've Terra'd Reva and Toads. I don't think that was a good idea. Homestone gets reliable heal, reliable stab, Magneton, and Levitate is kind of cute. Graphite is not that great, but that's a good speed here. Absol is very fake. I think Absol Mega is very fake, but at least like you have a good burst option physical. You do not like key points that I will detail later. So for me, one of the best thing to consider for the drafts is the Hazard game. Yeah, end of the joke. You have 1 Roker, I think it's Primi. You have 2 T-Spikers and 1 Spiker without. Where are your Stealth Rock? That is not a Stealth Rock setter at all. I think you have 1 Defogger here, Mortal Spin plus another Mortal Spin plus Rapid Spin here. Actually, no, this does not get Mortal Spin. Yeah, this does not. Okay, Toxic Debris. Okay, it's a good one. It's an okay team, but you are lacking in several ways. So basically, what you can see here, the team has a big issue. You picked only your top dogs, and then you had no points. I mean, you had points left, but you decided to put them all in C tiers. I don't think that's a very valid strategy. I'm trying to like be quick because I have 20 teams to cover. This season does not have pools, so I will try to be quick but efficient. Basically, you have a very strong Rain Core here with a lot of good options. I'm letting you check the past on the Discord server or on the screen. You can pause to check all of the buffs. I know them a bit by heart, so I can go faster, but I'm saying it now so I don't repeat it again later. So you have a very cute little Rain Core here. Why pick Delphox in it? I don't know, but that can lead to some mind game with illusions. You have a good setup sweepers all around, but that's it. Like the issue I have with this team is like I had trouble placing this team because this team has a very strong core. Like this along any B tiers here would be an insane 6. Like it would be insane. The problem is your 6 gonna be comprised of those 4 insane mons and then dog shit. So my advice would be for trades, you trade some of the lesser mons, like some of those, for these D tiers, and you raise like Absol, Todd Scroll, like anything, you get 2 B tiers. Like they are B tier for a reason, and I think you're lacking. So clearly this one is going into the lacking part. I don't think it's sufficient enough. If you want some other weak points from the team, like there's the other games, there's also the clerics. You only have like Delphox that can heal itself reliably and like maybe Regenerate Total Scroll. Speed-wise, you're okay. Otherwise, I don't think it's a bad team per se. I just think it has a very, like you had a very strong thought and you fell down very quickly. Okay, moving on. Next we have the Executors. So this team is, yeah, the existential crisis. We're just gonna call them the crisis because I think Delio is a crisis in and of itself. Looking at the lower tier, we don't care about Giving Goal. Dragonair can set up weather, that's all you have to remember, and maybe Dragon Den sometimes. Rotom Fan, very strong, I like, very strong fly, one of the best of the formats. Pritom good Ghost and Dark, although you are a dog that does not resist both, that's a shame. But you do have Farigiraf, who still does not resist Dark. You have a very big problem with Dark types, actually. You have Primarina, but Primarina Meloita? Yeah, that should be sufficient, maybe. One of the best poison type, Farigiraf, is very, very strong. I'm not gonna show you calcs, just so you know it can 2HKO. I think maybe with Choiceband, I think it can 2HKO, Pex, full def, like easy with return, and I think it one-shots us with P-Fangs, or at least it does like, it one-shots after rocks. Arcanine is a very strong pivot, Primarina too, they both hit hard. Primarina has the Searing Grace Moonlight to stay healthy and set up. You have Scald and Moonblast that are boosted by Searing Grace to reduce respectively attack with the burn and special attack. Arcanine has the fucking Sacred Fire, they both can pivot, very strong options. Iron Threads can pivot, spin, very good typing. Meloita can spin too, very huge. Physical Menace, Physical Thread, sorry. Sceptile Omega is an interesting take because that's a good mon. I don't know if it's the best in this regard. I mean, it does bring speed to the team, but the team is already fast enough and has good speed here. I would have liked 350, but you have 342, so overall that's okay. They have very strong hazard game queue. You have Threads setting abrupt, you don't need more. If you had a second rocker, that would be nice. That's why maybe I'm not putting him at the top. But this team, if this team had more rocks, maybe a different mon on Farigiraf, because I love Farigiraf, but it's maybe like not the most suited. Although I love the pick, because that's, I think, the first time Farigiraf got picked in B.O.U, and it's a very strong option. I really wanted to see it in action, so thank you to Delio for picking it. I will put this in high. I think the team, like in a vacuum, has a lot of potential. Meloita is one of the most broken mon you can get in the format. Meloita Pyrite. Thread also, it's very hard with Steelwalker and Behemoth Bash and the Long Rush. Yeah, so U-turn, you have so much going on with Thread. It's a very good mon. All of the top four is incredible. The C's are very good, and the thing is, you could say, oh, Farigiraf is weak here, but your main 6 will be the 4 here, like the 4 S and A, and then Sceptile and Spiritomb. Not Spiritomb, Rotom Fan. Muck is also very strong, so perfect the way they are. I'm gonna reduce the music. Maybe it's a bit too low for you, but it's way too much for me. Okay, so next up we have SS Silly Cobras. I'm gonna do this so that I don't lose the cap of who's next each time. So it's the TT, BN, and KW. Okay, so TT, BNs are those, and KW are the weekly. Sillies are a special case. It's more so I don't like their drafts. I would not draft this for sure. That's not my kind of draft because you have Ogre-Upon Earthflame. It's very hard to play with Ogre-Upon Earthflame because you have to account for the rock weakness. I don't really like parrying it either since you have Tolgaleo in the draft. Regardless, it's a very strong draft. I think you can see it by yourself when you see the draft here. Very strong. You have 2S, 2A, 4 Bs, and okay, maybe it's a contentious point, but I think all of the D tiers are usable. Morgrem is very usable with that much setup. Munchlax is a very great normal type. Compensate Pidgeot, but it's not your sole normal type, so it's okay. And Castform is very great for weathers. You can set up Sun for this kind of things, and you can proc Photosynthesis or Ogre-Upon Flame. Very good sets, very good core. Also Rain for your Tapu Fini or Overqwell. But I just like it all. Overall, I just like the comp. For the buffs, those are not really important, except maybe Munchlax with Fur Coat and Slack Off, which can tank a lot. Overqwell gets Fillet away, which is why I said the screens could be good. You have Pivoting, Body Press, you have a lot of very good defensive options with Iron Barbs. Poltergeist gets more coverage overall. Shaymin get the Grassy Surge, so you can also proc that on Ogre-Upon. You can also boost your Regress grass attacks. You get a lot of coverage and cool attack on Nogapon. Solgaleo is buffless because he's unbanned. You have Pidgeot with the Sing No Guard. That's a very strong thing. Beware of not putting 2 Terrans at the same time, and we're gonna come back to 2 Terrans teams afterwards, because a lot of the teams tends to forget that it's very awkward to go between those. So yeah, I hope this will not be an issue for this team. I don't think it will, but yeah. Moving on, you have Tapu Fini as your defogger. You have Pidgeot can also defog, but like, come on, that's not your defogger. You have Mortal Speed Nova Quill and Tidy Up. So that's cool. That's a very cool core. You have good removal options for your Ogapon. It's just not my deal, but Sandy Shock, Transistor, all of it flows very well into each other. I would have liked to see Sandy in a Sand, but this works too. I would have liked Solgaleo to Terra, but whatever. It's not my draft. It's still very strong. I just would not say it's the best in that regard. But I think it's decent. I think it's quite decent. It could go into high tier. Okay, it could go into high tier. I think for now, it's decent. Now the 3 attacks. Okay, 3 attacks are kind of weird. So, 3 attacks are a very weird case. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Okay, the draft is not very good. I think 1S tier 3A is not... And we have 2 teams that did that. 1S tier and 3A is not the way you should go. 2 S tiers, they are S tier for a reason, and they are limited for a reason. They are very, very, very strong. You just have to see... A clear example is you just have to see the tier list. We have a lot of 21s because a lot of Mon cannot drop just because they need to be S tier. They are too strong for this. So yeah, I don't think that's the best way to go with it. The speed tiers are cool, but the draft is awkward. You have a lot of rocks, kinda weak to Fairy? Yeah, you're kind of weak to Fairy types. And Psychic type. Yeah, your Steel does not resist. Fairy, it's okay because you have a Poison and a Fire, but like Psychic type is gonna be a huge problem. Especially since a lot of S tiers are Psychic type. I don't know if I shared it. I will share it on the Discord, but we made, with the Uxilon, we made flowcharts of the typing of S tiers and A tiers. Offensive S tier and A tiers. Psychic, Fighting, and Steel are the most, and Dragons are the most spam types. I think this team is a bit weak to Rock, too. Rocks as a whole. To Ghost types also, because your only key resistance is Bulletproof Bastiodon, I guess. And Leapward. Yeah, come on, like, you can do better than that. I don't think it has... Like, I would not be shocked if this team wins matches. Don't get me wrong. It's just like Copalion is not the best A tier. Iroh is not the best Mega and not the best A tier. Cofagrigus is not the best too. You would really, like, if you trade an S tier and you want 3A, I could understand it if it was like Ursaluna, Blood Moon or something like that. Like, or Azelf. But like Cobalion, really? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the comp. Globally, I would not say much. If you want more detail, you can ask me on Discord. I would not say much because I have to cover a lot of teams. But the draft is a bit weak because of that. You also have a lot of weakness, like I said, Psychic and Ghost are 2 that comes to mind. Your Terra are a bit wasted. You wanted to Terra Coco and Bastiodon for sure. For sure you wanted to Terra those. And Cherim too. So yeah, bit of a waste. It's a shame because you have a lot of cool buffs like Bastiodon, Cherim. You have a Sun Core with Orazerad and Cherim. So Orazerad has a lot of buffs. Druddigon also can work very well with the Dragon Dance. Inteleon is very interesting too. Cofagrigus, you have a lot of buffs everywhere. You have a lot of strong options. They're all very good independent pick. I just don't think they go well into each other. And also one of your only remover is Coco, and you don't want to play default Coco every match. Yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This team is going straight into the low tier. the lacking, sorry, not low tier. Okay, next up we have the Booming Noivern. Very interesting team by Vague. Shout out. He's gonna freak out. Okay, good Terra on Deoxys, good Terra on Bolton. The main issue, the main elephant in the room here is you have Mance Mega, okay? You have Mance Mega. Quad weak to ice, okay? Why are neither of your water type or your steel type resisting to ice? You are very, very weak to ice. Your only, like, resist is Pyro. That's insane. So, like, any water type that threatens you with Ice Beam does not care about Pyro, just so you know. Sarina cannot come in because they will click Ice Beam against your comp. It's a big, big, big issue. Big issue with your comp. You're also very weak to Rock because your steel does not resist Rock either. So you have Swampert as a Rock resist and, yeah, Phalanx, but that does not count. And 3 weaknesses. That being said, Salamence Mega is a threat. Deoxys Speed is a threat. You have a good speed tier overall. You hit very hard. It's a bit of a shame that you pick Coordinate and Swampert. I would have went for the hyper aggro comp, especially with Florges and low kicks. I would probably have went for like a very high DPS comp. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. You have great removal too. You have great size of the game with Swampert, and yeah, I mean, I love the team. I really love the team. I think it's good. I just think you have to fix the ice weakness, the rock weakness. The speed tier are very good too. What did I not say about this team yet? Did I have anything else to say? No, I think that's good. I think you have good disruption, Encore and everything. I think you have a lot of prio that's good with the low kicks and Jetpack Swampert. You have very good speed, you have very good hazard, you have very good prio, you have very good offensive pressure, you have very good healing and staying on the field. You have very good sustain. Yeah, that's it. I really like the draft. You have a lot of knockoffs. Yeah, the draft is strong. Actually, like the draft is very strong. You're also a bit weak to fly, maybe, but you have Corv, so that's okay. That's a shame. That's a shame. Like the team could be very high. I could even put it in high tier, to be fair. If you fix the ice weakness, it would be high tier, I think. And like the global like passivity of those two, it would be high tier. And if you change like completely both A tier and go for very high DPS and maybe Florges too, and go for a high DPS comp, I think it could be top. It could be top. Like Mance and Deoxys is such a very nice touch. I love it. I really love your comp. I like the way you went for a very aggro one, but why did you fail to like keep it that way? I don't know. We can look a bit like at the buffs. So you have Bolton speed boost. It always has bulk up, so very great with Terra Ice. Skill Link, Phalanx with the population bomb. You have the orders to go with no guard. Not with no guard, no retreats. Pyro is mainly built for contrary plus overread set, but you can play Torchong and Slack Off, no big deal. And parting shots. Florges can bring the Grassy Surge, Triage plus Draining Kiss CM, Low Kicks priority. That's another priority that's very good with Florges. Low Kicks priority, Shift Gear, Insane Mon, Swampert priority, a lot of cool moves to use offensively. Corviknight Intimidate, Deoxys Regenerator and U-turn, boys. Like, and Toxic Spikes from PLA, not from the DSP. So yeah, a very good draft. It's a shame that I cannot put it higher. I think it's decent. Actually, like looking back at it, I may put it... Do we put it before or after? What's the look of the Silicobras? Yeah, okay. I will do Vega a favor because I may be too harsh. I will put it at the top of decent, I think. I think that's one of the best team we had so far. So I would go as far as to put it here. I think it's very decent and I think it deserves some recognition. So shout out Veg, like you did a good job actually. Just a bit to fix and the draft will be very, very, very good. Like no joke, would be very good. Next up, we have the Russian. I don't even know if that's Russian. I think it is, but it's Cyrillic, so definitely Eastern Europe. The Kissing Wigglytuff. This draft is very nice, and they picked very quickly, so that's one of the two Eastern Europe team, I believe. They pick very quickly, not like those, but that's okay. I don't really care about picking speed, to be fair at this point. It's gone, it's done, so let's move on. Okay, the Kissing Wigglytuff have a very nice draft. I love the way they did it. Low tiers are all good. I'm gonna do a brief Pokepass overview, and then I will give my ranking, because I'm probably gonna be already very long. I think I've been recording for 20 minutes already, or almost 30, so I'll try to be shorter, I promise. Very good D tiers, good poison with within, a lot of great options. Hitmontly, good setup, can go well with the rest of the team. Sinisha, the main 6 is very good. You have Manek Mega, which is insane with Weatherball in rain. It's a shame that you did not pick Bronzong over Metagross because it's a Steel type, Psychic type, with Levitate, but also with Drizzle. Would have went perfectly with Manaphy, would have went perfectly with Tornadus and Manectric. Please change Metagross to Bronzong, please, I'm begging. And it also gives you a rapid spin and you only have like 2 removal, I think. Although, and you have 2 removal and those are both defoggers, although you also have Hitmonlee, so that's okay. I'm not gonna detail on the boosts anymore because I'm taking too much time on those, but I will let you look at it. Manaphy is a very great setup sweeper. Tornadus is insane with it. You have great offensive presence. I think the draft is overall very nice. You're maybe a bit weak ice, although you have 2 resists, you have 3 weaknesses here, so maybe a bit weak to ice. And you are lacking maybe a bit of diversity in offensive pressure because you have like 4 special attacker, Metagross, and like Tinglu is not passive, but it's not your main attacking force. So maybe, yeah, I'll let you check on this, but the team is very great. I love it. I just think you should have something more to it physically. Of course, Torn and Manaphy can run physical set, don't get me wrong, but like they are not mainly physical attackers, and that's my issue. So yeah, I will be putting the Kissing Wigglytuffs around probably high tier. I think that's one of the best drafts we had so far. I'm being a bit generous maybe for some people, but I think that is a good hazard game that's already better than half the team. You're gonna see. Dragalge! I think that might be one of the worst team of the tournament. Remember what I said about 1S and 3 A tier. Now apply 1S and 2 A tiers to the formula, and it's not better, boys. It's not better. Please, you should have really picked S tier. They are very good. Fire weaknesses, because you have Weavile, Fortress, Mo for only Gastrodon and Talflame. Flying is a bit tough because your Steel is not resisting it, and your Electric is not resisting it, and you have 1 weakness, so Flying type can smash you. There is a lot of very good Flying type. We saw Salamence Mega, we saw Tornadus, we saw Aerial Mega. There's still, later on, there's still Dragonites, so I would not advise be weak too. Rock type is a bit tough too. The comp is really weak. I'm not gonna be very complacent with it. The comp is very weak because you could have went for for a second S tier. You have Slowking, which is okay, but not the best. I understand you want to do Chilly Reception into Slush Rush. Okay, it's cool. Weavile and Lopunny are very strong option. You have too much physical burst in your top dogs, but you compensate by having good special burst with those. You took actual very good typing on Mo and Amorous. I hope it goes well for you, because you have actually good removal for once, because other teams do not. And you have one Stealth Rocker and it's Gastrodon. So, and no, you have Fighters. Okay, you have very good hazard game. Okay, you have a very good hazard game. Upa is nice, Rotom is nice. They both hit very hard, and it's hard too. It's a very hard packing team. I just don't see myself putting it very high. I just realized I put the Pokepass on the wrong tab, so I'm just gonna show it to you like very quickly. See, like Fortress, very nice buffs for Upa, Rotomo, very cool Terras here, and yeah, it's hard. You have Mach Punch from a PLA. So yeah, it's a good comp. I just don't think it's gonna be very high. Maybe, if I'm being honest, now that I see the Terra types, maybe it goes before the Porygons. The Terra types are very good. Dodrios! I like the Dodrio team, I think. I really like the Dodrio. Okay, this is one of the team I could really play. You're very mixed, because you're maybe a bit too physical heavy on the top. I'm gonna like just list off the weaknesses, because there is so much good to say about the comps that we just might as well begin with what's not good. Maybe a bit dark weak, maybe a bit rock weak. You have a lot of full potential. Maybe you like a bit of mixed offensive pressure. You have maybe too much of physical attackers, but Metagross can play mixed, so special too. Screamtail can do a decent check on the special side. Blastoise with Shell Smash too. Crobat can be play mixed. Okay. You maybe like a bit of momentum. You still have Baton Pass on Screamtail. Flip turn, U-turn. Yeah, you have good momentum, but that's not the best. And you maybe like a bit of priority, although you have like Metagross. You have Metagross, that should be sufficient, right? That's a good one. That's actually a good one. So all around, jack of all trades. I don't think they really need anything more to perform. I think they are the most likely to reach high tier in the decent category. They're very good. I just think they might like that. They don't like something like, they don't need to change picks just like the Noivern did as much. I think you can keep that. Maybe the Snorlax is not the best fit, but overall the comp is solid. I really like it. If you're indecent, I really like your comp. I just think there is some minor tweaks to be made, but I really like the comp if you're indecent. Don't think a decent team has to do too much effort to qualify. I'm just gonna show briefly their pasts, because I want everyone to understand each and every single team. A lot of buffs for Gouging Fire. Pixelate, Boom Burst, Screamtail is gonna do a lot of damage. Slack Off, Comatose, Snorlax makes it a very huge threat. I'm very happy to see it draft finally, because I wanted to see it played for years. Crobat is back at it again. It's been so long since we've seen Crobat in B.O.U, and Blastoise is gonna do a lot. Galvantula, Mudslinger, all of those are great. Maybe Undum and Cottonee are a bit of a letdown speaks, but that's my opinion. Misdrevious. I have to say about the Misdrevious. Okay, you should have Terra Fairy, Dragonite. You should have put Terra Fairy here. You should have not picked Empoleon. I think you should have picked Solgaleo. It was available for a very, 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 very long time. I think you should have picked Solgaleo. It went perfectly with Dragonite, like insanely perfectly. And it was very offensive and mixed. You had very good presence. Let's start with the problem with the team. You were a bit Ice Weak this bit side, like despite having Empoleon and Tauros, because you have Gligar and Dragonite. So water types are maybe... Empoleon is gonna do some overworking here. P-tier are okay, yeah, okay. You'll get outsped a lot, but it's not the worst. You have a lot of destruction tools. Your hazard game is, you have good Spike and Stealth Rock on Empoleon, because you have Ceaseless Edge. I'm gonna show you the pass real quick. Dragonite can attack on both sides, Empoleon 2, Azelf 2, Zorak 2, so that's a very great offensive core, because Empoleon can be played offensive. A lot of options, good Rocker, good Defogger, good Defogger 2, good Defogger 3. Shackle is very, very cute. Persian is not the best, but it's okay. Jolt no Terra hurts a bit, but it's also a spiker. Yeah, you have a good hazard game. Dragonite is good. I don't really think I have like much to say on the comp. I don't think it's gonna be top tier, but maybe that's just me not liking it. I'll definitely put it here, because Dragonite Terra alone is very strong, but not putting Fairy type, and maybe Zorak is a bit of a weird pick. Overall, your team has 2 bulkies, but the 2 A tiers are very frail, so you will have to look out. Maybe behind the Deoxys. Yeah, maybe behind the Deoxys. Again, if you want further details on why I placed like some teams, I'm not explaining everything vocally. I'm just like thinking a lot, and I try to explain some points, but try to be as quick as possible. If you want more details on your team, feel free to send me a PM and I will explain to you why I ranked everything where it is. Darkrai. So where do we begin with the issues? You're very weak to Ghost, bro. You're very weak to Ghost. Your Ghost resist is Absol, bro. And EV starter, you have Flutter, Latios as your S tiers. Like not low tier, S tiers. And you don't have anything for their main key weakness in common. You're very weak to Fly. Your Steel type does not resist it. You don't have an Electric type. You don't have a Rock type. You have a Quad weakness to Fly with Scizor Wing. So yeah, I already said it was bad to not resist Fly, but to be that weak quick to it, it's a very big problem. I'm gonna be very quick. I'm just gonna show you very quick the past, and I'm moving on with this team. Basically, no buff on this. Good Terras. Yeah, I'm showing it right now, so you can just have a look. Absol is a great offensive option. Ninetales can act defensively with fur coats, and Slash is a bit more offensive. Oricorio can set up on the physical side and have more move pool. Ferrothorn and Toxapex gain cool things to be bulky mons, spikes especially, and Latios gains a lot to be very dangerous. The problem is you lack offensive diversity because your key eaters are special. It would be Oricorio and the two STs. Why did you go with an offensive core and Ferrothorn Toxapex? If you just put an offensive water type or offensive poison type or anything here, offensive mons, two offensive mons here, your draft will skyrocket to at least decent, I think. Maybe high, it depends. But like Flutter Latios is such a good combo, such strong offensive presence. Why did you go with Toxapex and Ferrothorn afterwards? And Slay the Wing is not a very good pick, I'm not gonna lie. Also, try to find the Stealth Rock user. There is only one. I mean, no, you have Sunslash. I'm being mean. We have Sunslash. It's not that team that liking rocks. I just don't really think that's it. I think if you had offensive pressure, maybe just replace one. Not both are the problem, just maybe replace one. As it stands, I'm gonna put it on the lower end of lacking, but definitely like here. It's not as bad as the 1S tier comp. I think it can still perform, and prove me I'm wrong. Please prove me I'm wrong. I want your team to be good. I love Flutter Main. I love Latios Mega. Please prove me wrong. Please. But I think it sucks. I think it's not good. I think you have major changes to make. Juan has been very arrogant when making his pick. He's went, oh my god, I'm so good. I'm so good. Okay, so Juan, first question, where is your fire resist? If you say Altaria first, that's a bad mon. Second, that's not true because it will have Fluffy. Third, you have Alomomola. Okay, but you have 1, 2, 3, 4 fire weaknesses. Is Alomomola gonna tank the world for you? You're gonna need like some serious plot armor for Alomomola to tank the whole world for you. But it's not that bad. You're gonna say, okay, just so you know, we did a ranking depending on types. Like type defensive. If you cover well every single type with your team, like do you resist ground, do you resist ice? I think this is the only team that scored negatively on ground because everyone else has levitates everywhere. And you have like one resist, one immunity, and then you have 1, 2, 3 weaknesses. Not that good, I think. Not that good. You also like offensive pressure, I would say, because it's very defensive team, and your main attackers are both special. Although you can say Kyurem is mixed. You can say Ogapon is physical, Electrode is special, but like you're lacking a bit of offensive pressure, I would say. Probably just me. Also, your max speed tier is Ogapon, so everything pre-55, like Ogapon does not count. No, sorry, Electrode does not count as a speed tier. Your speed is very bad, I think. Disruptions is okay, Momentum is okay, Prio is okay, Azaz are... You only have one Stealth Rocker, that's bad. Overall, what's also bad? Oh yeah, you should have picked Florges here, or something, because like, I know you want to give Unburden Electric Seed plus Electrode vibes, but I think like, if you had Unburden SD Grassy Seed plus a Grassy Terran Setter, it would have been even better. I don't really see where your team benefits from Electric. You did not even Terra... I thought you were gonna Terra Kyurem Electric Ice, and it would have been really great, but I think it's a missed opportunity. I think it's Juan. I think it's still gonna do great with this team, but I'm judging the team. I just don't quite see it. I think it's better than the half missing teams for sure, but I'm not quite seeing it. If I had to resume, this has 3 months. This has like 4 or 5. This has 3 very strong months. This has 4 very, very strong months. I think actually the Dragalge might be up a bit because although the team is a bit of a troll, like it's a bit not optimal. It's very close between those, okay? Just remember it's very close. It's not bottom tier yet, so don't worry, but very close. I'm gonna quick scope you with the buffs. So here is the Poké Pass with the buffs for every single month. Okay, so Altaria can tank more, Banette can tank more as more option plus a Prankster, Steelix can U-turn and rapid spins, can tank as fur coats, Lucario can be mixed and has a lot of coverage. Additions, Electrode can set up the terrain, Tailwind and rapid spin. Ogapon has a lot of cool abilities and can hit with more coverage. Alomomola is Alomomola, Floette has Fairy, Aura, and can Flow Cannon everything or Light of Rune everything, and has Revival Blessing sometimes. There's Dark Aura. Kyurem has no warning to spam Blizzard and boost his defense, and a lot of coverage to boot. Here you go. Okay, this one is a bit weird. Where do I put this team? I think you might be on crack. Or not, I don't know. For where the hell can I put this team? It is so strange. Okay. Not that high. I think it will be here. Sorry, I'm just spacing out because like the team is very weird. Okay, I think it does not take a genius to say that the team is a bit weak to Psychic. You have Magnezone and Jugulis, which are not the bulkiest, as your main Psychic checks. And you have Pecharunt and Sneasler. This is standard Garci shit. You can also play Sneasler, Choice Band, and pivot with Wishiwashi. Wishiwashi actually got very nice buffs in B.O.U, especially School Form. It's Regenerator. Sneasler has those moves from PLA. Jugulis has a lot of good things like Tinted Lance and Sheer Force, and a lot of coverage plus defog. Voodoo finally gets Spirit Break, Trailblaze, and Eevee Cudgel, Slack Off, Knock Off, and Grassy Glide. A lot of things. Magnezone is a Cold Steel type with Levitate. Special has Shell Smash and Levitate's very good abilities and move pool overall. You can set up with Simple Dodon's Pass. Detonator has more ways to make it more threatening and or bulky, and that's basically it. I don't think it's very incredible. I don't think I don't think it's very sucky, so I would put it here. Venomous! I love your team. I love your team. I really love it. I love everything about the team. So our second Eastern team from the tournament. Very good Terra Caps. Venomoth, Knucklesack are maybe two of the best Terra types of the tournament. Murkrow, Buffalant are good niche lower picks. Adaptability, Rotom Force is huge. Basculation is huge with Illusion, Fill It Away, etc. Spore plus Prankster. And you have Mega Launcher Arcaludon with Dragon Energy also. Ursaluna Blue Moon Terra with a lot of cool talent abilities. Victini, Hustle, and Mega Gallade. So I think that's the most threatening team you can have. I will be quick to say that this team has a lot of very good things. The only issue is that it cannot heal itself. I think Whimsicott, Synthesis, Basculation, Strength Sap, and Knuckle Stack, maybe Ruse, Venomous, and Ruse, Murkrow, but lol, are the only way this team can heal itself. Oh, you also have Moonlight. You also have Moonlight, Blood Moon. So yeah, no, forget it. You have amazing sustain. Yeah, I think, no cap, I think this is one of the best team. Is it better than the Wigs? I would say now that they've picked everything, I think they're a bit better than the Wigs. Are they better than the EC though? I would give the edge to the EC, but I prefer this team, and if this team 6-0s everything they go against, I would not be surprised. I'm probably putting them at the top of 8 here. I think Exec will be first, but this is a close second in 8 here. Okay, Damn Flame Time. Or is it? No, I think it's the Californian before. Why is this team here? Who put my guys here? I think I put them by accident here. Yeah, by very big accident, because those guys are not a very good team. You are 6-0'd by Fairy type. You're in a Klinklang and Arcanine. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 weaknesses. I'm trying to figure out the team and the logic behind it, but you're so weak to a lot of things. You are 6-0'd by Fairy. Fighting is also a bit of a weakness because you have Latias resisting it and Comfy, but you have Arcanine and Zarude. Yeah, I mean, you can deal with fighting. Dragon type is also a big issue. Your 2 ins are here and you have 2 weakness. But overall, the standalone speaks are good. That's it. The standalone speaks are good. I don't think the rest is. I think it will be there because I can see them upsetting. Their team is not bad. I don't want to say the team is bad. I think if we take max potency, I think the max potency would be top of C. I think they will be around this. Am I putting them above the Steelixes? No, I think the Steelix with Pechar and Shell Smash and everything have better potencies. I will put them here because having all C tiers is not great, but that's my only reason. Yeah, also your only rocker is Seismitoad. I just realized. Oh, you have Arcanine too. Those are not 2 great rockers though. You would have preferred to have like a main rocker here. Do you have any other big weaknesses? Because I kind of want... Yeah, you don't have a good hazard game overall. You don't have a lot of priorities. You have Sucker Punch Zarude, I think, and Arcanine Extreme Speed. Momentum is okay. You don't have a lot of disruption. Speed is a mess. You have a good speed tier though. You have 350, 339, and like it jumps to Zama. So I think you would have preferred to have something between Zama and Latias. Overall, it's okay. I think it's not that bad. It's not as bad as people may think, but it's definitely not a top dog team for sure. If we just want to look at the pasts, I'm just gonna put it quickly. We don't really care about this except Rapid Klinklang. This will be your rocker. This will be your dragon plus fairy check. Arcanine is a good addition. Accelerock, it's hard, and Pharos has a lot of way to set up with Tag, Luke, Mine. Good, very good Mega, but maybe not with Latias. Latias can bring a lot of utility, especially screens, and you can set up too. Good pivoting overall. All of those can pivot, except Zama. Zarude can set up, regenerate, tough close, intimidate. You have a lot, you have glare, pursuit. Very good mon overall. I like it. I think tearing Zarude is great, so we'll not add much. Then we have the Attention Whoopers, the AWs, Attention Wars, like we call them. I would be quick. Bellybot inside very good Terra and can pivot greatly. I don't really like Comaless Sneasel. I think all of those are useless except Bellybolt. You have your main 6. Cloyster is a fantastic mon. Weezing is a fantastic mon. You have a good lot of sustain with Scizor and Cloyster and Weezing. It's a lot of sustain. You hit hard with Pult and everything. Maybe you're a bit too physical, but you have Cloyster and Weezing for that, and Dragapult can be played special. You deal a lot with your boost. Cinderace has a lot of options too. Unburden to name a few, and Alatic, but a lot of things going on. Crocodile, it's very hard, especially with Stakeout, and Scizor goes well. Overall, very nice score. I'm not gonna be going too much in depth, but you have a very good hazard game here. Very good hazard game. Maybe it could be a bit better with the spinner, but other than Komala, but it's okay. Maybe a bit weak on speed because you have like Dragapult, Cinderace, and then Crocodile. Yeah, Sneasel is weak, but that does not count for me. I don't really think it's a good one. Dragapult is insanely threatening, though, and I think the team is just that good. Moving on to their Braviaries. Braviary Airline. I think the Braviary Airline are a good team. We don't care about Shinodek and Brian, though. Gramble is a good fairy. P2 is a good pivot. I would have preferred the better Grand than Torterra, I'm not gonna lie. Slowking also is not the best water in my opinion, but you do you. Vikavolt is a good option, okay. My main issue is you have Skarm, which I think you could have went with the better pick here. Goldengo Roaring Iron Moss is a fantastic core, both defensively because they can all heal. Like, I mean defensive, offensive. Like, you can tank a lot and then dish out in return. You cannot eat for fairy or fighting because Goldengo and the Moss are here. You cannot eat for psychic because they are both here. Fantastic core. I would have Terrat Goldengo or Moss. Honestly, I would have Terrat Moth plus P2. I think it would have been very broken. Terra Electric P2 with Levitate and Volt Switch would have been incredible. And I think that's it. Moth Terra would have been incredible too. Overall, very good team. I like it. I think it's a very good team. I think it deserves A tier. Like, easily A tier. Is it the best? No. Is it an A tier? Yeah. Ariyamas. Okay, I will be quick because I think they will understand what's going on with the team. You have too many picks that want Terra. You want to Terra Gambit, you want to Terra Giratina, you want to Terra Scalders. I would have went for Gambit plus Solrock. That's what you did, so perfect. I would have put Fairy though. Minior is an okay pick. Kilowattrel is fine. Your speed is a bit deceiving because you have Minior, Kilowattrel, and then slow as fuck boy. Yeah, I think you can already see it here. You are very Ghost weak. You are very Dark weak. You are a bit Water weak, but that's okay with all of those. But you are very, 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 very Ghost and Dark weak. Make something happen. I know you pick Skeleturge, forgetting you had Giratina. Fix that, please. You have very good pivots here. You have a very good offensive core, especially with King Gambit Sharpness. Fix that and you will be great. As it stands though, I think you are maybe a bit too weak. Still, the draft is strong. Individuals are strong. I would put it here. Like, individual dual mon are strong. I would put it here. Or maybe here. Here, because Deoxys is giving me dreams. Doflamingos are D tiers. They are very bad Doflamingos, I said. Oh my god. Matrixed by One Piece. No, I'm just amazed. I'm just amazed. I'm not saying anything, I'm just amazed. You are very weak to Dark with the Alakazam Lele, but you put Inmontop and Mienshao, so now you're just weak to Ghost. And you put Grimmsnarl as your sole Ghost weak resistances. So you are weak to Fairy now because you have Grimmsnarl and 2 Fightings. Plus you took 2 Grass type which resemble each other. Lilligant without Terra. I think, okay, if you want to fix your team, remove Appletune for anything else. Put Terra on Lilligant, or remove Lilligant and keep Terra on Appletune, but like not both of them. You only have 1 rocker, that's bad. I don't think stacking psychic types like this is good, and I don't know why you took Hitmontop, because you already have 2 spinners. Why did you take another fighting that like the best roll is spinning? So I would remove Grimmsnarl and Hitmontop. I would actually take a very good Dark type and a very good Fairy type. Like you take Hitmontop and Grimmsnarl point and you split it in a Fairy and a Dark type, okay? You remove one of Appletune and Lilligant and the team will be viable. Because right now it's like you're just crossing your finger and hoping Lele plus Alakazam Expanding Force is gonna cut it. It's not, most of the time. If you want further things, ask me in DMs about each of your picks. I will gladly answer. It's not going any further than that here, but please. Defiant Dugtrios, penultimate team. You are a bit weak to Fairy, I believe, with the Wake, Honchkrow, and Tusk. It's the trade-off for having Beedrill as a poison. Okay, overall, Crocalor is a solid pick, Lantern is a solid pick. My only issue with the team, my biggest issue, is you have Lantern when you already have Zeraora and Wake. I know Wake does not resist ice. You could have put another steel type or something, I don't care, but remove Lantern. I don't think it does much for your team. Dancy Terra is very great. You Terra Dancy plus Crown. I would have maybe Terra Zeraora plus Crocalor. I think it's a very good pair. Honchkrow is cool offensively. What makes you very strong is Great Tusk is an amazing mon with all of this. Zeraora is an amazing mon. Walking Wake is incredible. Iron Crown is incredible with Sharpness. Beedrill is almost like an A tier. So you basically have 5 S or A, but you have Honchkrow. But Honchkrow is a cool mon with Super Overload and Dark Aura, so you can make it work. I think your main issue is the Terra. I think you should have went Zera, Crocalor. I think Lantern should not be there. But the speed tiers and the offensive presence both on special and physical side is so great. I think it deserves a spot like here. Is it above the Venomoths? I don't remember quite well. I love this team so much. I think it's cool there. Okay, I'm just gonna show you again the buff. And finally, just cutting it in the 1 hour, we have my team, the Mephisto's Idol. Well, I mean, I did ask for external sources to rate the team. You have very good DTs. Allswarm is incredible. Rocker and Spiker. You pivot, you knock off, you Seismic. Good priority. Midtongue, good Rocker. T-Wave, Monkey Dory. A lot of very good options. It's hard and a lot of good abilities. Everything pivots in the draft. So pivot is checked. Offensive pressure is checked because you cover both special and physical side very well. You do a lot of damage. You have a lot of glare, T-wave, poison. You have a lot of priorities. You deal crazy damage. You have a good Terra. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's probably S tier at the top. Feel free to tell me if you don't like it. Hosting privileges, like they say, but I think the team is at the top. Prove me wrong. Defeat me, bro. Prove me wrong. I think the team is at the top. If you have anything to say on my team, I would gladly hear it. I think it would make for a very good discussion because I think my team is one of the best I've had in a long time. So do tell me. This is the final tier list. I will be posting it on Discord right now. See you guys. I hope you all have a great season and I hope everything goes well, even for the bottom team. Goodbye, guys.